Most people remember Victorious as a colorful Nickelodeon sitcom about music, fame, and teenage dreams. It felt bright, energetic, and chaotic in a way that perfectly described the 2010s. For a lot of viewers, it wasn't just a TV show, it was a part of growing up. But what a lot of people don't remember is how suddenly it ended. One moment, the show was airing new episodes, and the next, it was simply gone. There was no slow build-up to a finale, no graduation episode, no real goodbye, and no clear explanation. The characters never officially moved on, and the story never fully closed. And over the years, that silence turned into rumors about cast drama, network politics, and behind-the-scenes decisions Nickelodeon never fully explained. As time passed, speculation filled the gap where answers should have been. Today, we're breaking down what really happened to Victorious, why it didn't get more episodes, what rumors are actually false, and how one of Nickelodeon's biggest shows quietly disappears at its peak. When Victorious premiered in 2010, it immediately felt different from other Nickelodeon sitcoms. Instead of focusing on a simple gimmick, the show was set at Hollywood Arts High School, a place where creativity wasn't just encouraged, it was the entire point. The show followed students who sang, acted, danced, played instruments, and performed constantly. This gave Victorious something most Nickelodeon shows didn't have: flexibility. Any episode could suddenly turn into a performance or a musical moment. At the center of the show was Tori Vega, played by Victoria Justice. Tori was talented but unsure of herself, constantly being thrown into situations she didn't feel ready for. She acted as the audience's entry point into the chaos of Hollywood arts. Then there was Kat Valentine, played by Ariana Grande. Kat was sweet, unpredictable, and exaggerated in a way that instantly made her stand out. Over time, she became one of the most recognizable characters on the show. Jade West brought intensity and edge, Beck Oliver represented effortless cool, Andre Harris grounded the group musically, Robbie Shapiro provided awkward humor, and Trina Vega delivered unapologetic chaos. Together, the cast felt strangely balanced. That chemistry mattered because Victorious wasn't just about jokes. It relied heavily on relationships, rivalries, and creative tension between characters, which kept people invested beyond just comedy. Music played a huge role in that investment. Unlike most sitcoms, Victorious regularly stopped everything to let characters perform full songs. These weren't just background moments, they were highlights. The show released multiple soundtracks, and those soundtracks charted. Fans streamed them, memorized them, and associated them directly with the characters. The music gave the show a life outside of television. This is important because when people talk about Victorious ending, it's often framed as if the show was declining. In reality, it wasn't. Engagement was still strong, and the fanbase was very much alive. So when Nickelodeon confirmed that Victorious would not continue past its 4th season, the reaction wasn't disappointment. It was confusion, and from the outside, nothing appeared broken. Nickelodeon's official explanation was that the show had simply run its course. They claimed they preferred shorter series and wanted to avoid the cast aging out of their target demographic. But fans immediately noticed something strange. If the show was planned, why didn't the show feel finished? Why was there no sense of closure? The lack of proper finale made it feel less like a creative decision and more like a quiet exit. And that's where speculation truly began. Around the same time Victorious was slowing down, Ariana Grande's career was accelerating rapidly. Her music was gaining mainstream attention, and her image was expanding beyond Nickelodeon. Ariana's recording music, performing live, and building a fanbase that extended outside of the network. The shift naturally complicated scheduling and long-term planning. Instead of restructuring Victorious to accommodate this growth, Nickelodeon chose to go a different route. They began developing a new show, and that show was Sam and Cat, a crossover between Victorious and iCarly, centered around Cat Valentine and Sam Puckett. On paper, it seemed like a guaranteed success. Behind the scenes, this decision changed everything. Developing a spin-off required time, money, promotion, and focus, all of which come at expense of the original show. As Sam and Cat moved forward, Victorious stalled. Episodes stopped being produced, and plans for a future season quietly dissolved. This led to one of the biggest misconceptions surrounding the show's ending, that Ariana Grande somehow caused Victorious to be cancelled. In reality, there is no evidence that Ariana ended the show. The decision came from Nickelodeon choosing to invest in a spin-off instead of continuing an ensemble series. The network followed opportunity, not loyalty, and in doing so, Victorious was left behind. Another rumor that gained traction over the years focused on Victoria Justice. Some claimed she was difficult to work with or didn't want the rest of the cast to shine, but those claims didn't hold up. Multiple cast members have denied them, and Victoria herself stated she wanted the show to continue. The truth is simpler. Nickelodeon controlled branding, music releases, and creative direction. The choices people blamed on individual were network decisions.
Everyone thought that I was this bully and that I was mean to her, which couldn't be further from the truth. Sure, we have had our differences, but at the end of the day, everyone in the cast of Victorious was a family, and I love and respect all of them and wish all of them well no matter what.
Yeah.
And it was just this ongoing thing, and then people were blaming me, saying that I was selfish for going on tour and that I was the reason why Victorious was canceled, which first of all couldn't be further from the truth because I am not a Nickelodeon executive. I have absolutely no power over whether or not the show continued on.
As time passed, Victorious also became connected to a broader conversation about its creator, Dan Schneider. He was responsible for many of Nickelodeon's biggest hits, but years later, former child actors began speaking out about uncomfortable work environments and inappropriate behavior. While these issues were not publicly addressed when Victorious ended, they have since reshaped how people view the show in this era. Looking back, it's impossible to separate Victorious entirely from that context. It adds a layer of discomfort to what was once seen as a harmless entertainment. Still, none of those revelations directly ended the show at the time. Victorious didn't collapse, it was quietly set aside. When all the pieces are placed in order, the story becomes clearer. A successful show, a rising star, a tempting spin-off, and a network ready to move on. Victorious wasn't cancelled because people stopped watching, it wasn't cancelled because of cast drama, and it wasn't cancelled because it failed. It ended because Nickelodeon chose a different direction, and it didn't give the original show the ending it deserved. That unfinished feeling is why fans still talk about it today, why clips go viral, and why debates resurface years later. Because Victorious didn't get a goodbye, and sometimes the shows that end without closure are the ones we remember the most. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe if you feel like it.